If you regularly consume self-improvement content, you'll be well aware that being fit and getting in shape is a key cornerstone of this supposedly positive improvement niche. Now, I've been in this space for many years now, and very rarely do I see fitness content that isn't just fundamentally increasing your sex appeal, rather than functioning to actually improve your health and fitness. Now, I fell into this trap. Go to the gym, optimize for aesthetics and muscle hypertrophy, and off you go. I've probably spent in the ballpark of 800 hours in the gym optimizing for a completely flawed reason. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you how I completely overhauled my training and how you can do it too. Now, I alluded to it a little bit in the intro, but I was beginning to get sick of actually having to listen to this bullshit agenda, or whatever you want to call it, of all these self-improvement, fitness creators, just promoting, go to the gym, you want to look, six-pack abs and super round shoulders and all that. And I just thought to myself, is that actually fitness? And even more, is that even self-improvement? And I thought about this because what is the fundamental basis of self-improvement? It is to improve yourself and your life and your health. And yeah, sure, there's an element of improving your looks maxing or whatever. And, you want to be physically attractive, but a lot of people take it a lot further than I think is what's necessary. In the sense that once you get to a certain level of fitness, and once you have a solid amount of muscle and are lean enough, I don't really think you need to be 100 kgs lean to be accepted by women. It's very clear that yes, it helps to be physically look good. I don't think you need to spend, it's a bare minimum to spend 10 years in the gym optimizing for hypertrophy and aesthetics. I just don't think that's it. Personally, I'd rather have the benefits of, being just generally fit and overall healthy. And I think that's more of a green flag for real women than is just having big muscles. And I don't think that's crazy to say, yet a lot of self-improvement content creators don't understand this or don't seem to make it clear enough. So I figured that I'd just weigh in and say, what am I trying to say? Let's cut this. I figured it would make sense to make a video because this channel is about authenticity and real shit that works. Now, I'm not no Greek god physique by any chance. What am I last? I think I weighed in at 77 kilos, 6'2", and probably, high teens in the body fat. So above average. I look good. With a pump, I look pretty good. But the gym was never something for me. And it always bugged me that especially early in my self-improvement, it's all anyone wanted to focus on in terms of fitness. And I come from a sporty background. All my family plays sport, and just seemed like the gym was almost a cop-out in the sense that really most of gym isn't that intense. It's brief moments during a set. You push hard till failure or near failure or whatever. But that's what? 10, 20 seconds of hard work, and then you get a 3-minute rest. That sounds like American football. They're playing a third of the time of actual on screen, and versus actually being fit and being, say for example, an endurance runner, which is my thing. I've been big into endurance sports, even cycling. Not that I cycle often. So I decided to change my outlook on fitness and training, and like I said, the title, overhaul it. And instead of focusing on aesthetics and looking good, because I really don't need to look much better to be, there's optimizations I can make and I will make, but I'd rather be fit, like properly fit. And naturally, I've started to change I've not just gradually, but I've fully changed my training. I've gone from going to the gym 6 to 7 days a week, like all the time. And now I'm going, 2 to 3. And instead of going to the gym, I now run a lot, quite far distances. And I've found that not only do I enjoy my training a lot more, like when I get up and it's, a long run day, like my Saturdays are now, I go for a long run, but 10 plus Ks. I look forward to that rather than, getting up, I'm gonna go do fucking shoulders today at the gym. It's changed my outlook on how I perceive training and it's relit the fire for my enjoyment of training. I'm also the fittest I've ever been. Like, I am, my VO2 max, for example, is really, really good. It's like 60 or something. That's just one of the obnoxious examples. But I find by optimizing for something that I enjoy, I'm naturally want to push harder and train harder. And so versus doing something, like I still go to the gym because I still want to train and I can still get enough gains out of 3 times a week. And as long as there's other areas of my fitness that need to be improved before that gym can take the next, like my muscle mass can take the next level. But quite frankly, like my biomechanics, I'm quite happy with how my body feels right now in terms of I'm not too heavy that I can't run, and I play basketball and I can still get up and down the court and I'm still fast, but I'm also not weak. And so I'm pretty close to within a handful of kilos and, so much body fat of my ideal physique. And of course that will change between person to person, but for me, it works so much better for what I'm trying to achieve and how I want to look and even how I want to feel. So I decided to, like I said, I flipped from quite high volume in the gym and very low amounts of cardio to like quite high cardio. Like I'm doing 35, 40 Ks a week running, all different intensities. And, I've kind of tapered back the gym. And I'll probably do this for at least the next 6 months, probably even more if I'm enjoying it. Because I feel like your enjoyment for your training is much more important than just training for what some dickhead online says. And that's why I'm big on actually finding what's best for you rather than just some template online. Because really, templates online are going to give you nothing. I actually discovered that, believe it or not, ChatGPT was incredibly good at helping me optimize my training and my plan to fit around both my schedule, how I'm feeling, and all that. And I'll talk about it a little bit more in the next part because I think it's actually a really underrated tool for not only optimizing your fitness and health plans, but setting up your life in general. Now, this next part of the video is going to be how you can optimize the same and find what works best for you in terms of your training, your fitness, your health, and your goals. Getting into this second part of the video, how to overhaul your training, I figured I'd give you a little bit of a visual aid because I know it helps me. Now, step 1, you want to figure out what your goals are. This obviously depends on person to person, but it's important to have a clear idea of both, your physical, we'll draw some eyes here for looks, your physical goals, both, looks, your performance goals, performance goals, there you go, performance goals or whatever else it might be. But it's important to have it clear and know exactly what you want to achieve. So say for example, I decided to I decided to run in the Melbourne Marathon, but it's not the marathon, it's a 10K. It comes under the Melbourne Marathon banner. It's a 10K race that is like officially timed and whatnot, and it was a decent time out, and I set myself a goal, to try and run it in 40 minutes, under 40 minutes. And I thought, shit, that means I've got to shave a little over 5 minutes off my time. And that's not easy, but I needed to have that goal, and it was difficult enough. So it's not like it's too easy. It's within that healthy range of, you've got too easy. Let's say you've got a range here that's easy. That's, not going to give you that drive. Then you've got this healthy period is where you want to be, and that's achievable, but still difficult. And then you've got the other end that's just too hard. And you want to be within this kind of range here because of obvious reasons. You don't want to be too easy, too hard. But you should be able to gauge. If you've been fit in the fitness space long enough, you should know what your limits are, what you are and aren't capable of, and what realistic goals are. So you gotta make sure that's clear in your head before you start anything. Next, you want to actually set up your plan. So I kind of alluded to it in the middle part of this video, but I had my goals in my head, right? And I went straight to ChatGPT and said, I've got this, and this goals. I want to run in 40 minutes. I still want to go to the gym. I even work these days. So, performance might be down. And I got it to basically create a plan that worked for me. And I didn't think it would work at first, but it turns out it did. And believe it or not, ChatGPT is really fucking good at keeping track of and even setting up realistic goals. If you don't have an idea, say you like getting into fitness, and in terms of actually being fit, and say you want to improve your cardio, you could ask it, I'm interested in, say for example, I'm interested in increasing my cardio, but because right now I spend a lot of time in the gym and I feel just unfit. Can you help me, say integrate more medium to high intensity cardio? And it will do a really good job. If you don't believe me, try it. I've got a whole massive tracker set up with, training periods all the way up to race day, which is in like 8 months, whenever the fuck October is. And it's got each week, it's got set runs, each week, I run 4 times. So the 4 days of the week I run, I'll do this distance at this pace, and then X distance, blah, 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 blah. And then the next week, I'll just, I'll input my runs and say how I'm feeling, and then, it'll spit out maybe some advice for recovery or whatever. And then based on your performance that week, it'll either bump it up or, hold it for that week until you can adjust and improve. And it kind of just keeps you along. And if this is something you're genuinely passionate about, most likely you're going to want to work super hard and you're going to put in that extra effort, and you're probably going to clean up your diet and that kind of stuff. So if you haven't given ChatGPT a try, even just talk to it like a person. And I've had a really positive experience with helping me achieve what I want. And it's been great. And now I go to it for everything else too. It's kind of weird, like it's almost doing the job of an incredibly good friend with the access to the whole internet as well. It's kind of weird, but it works. And especially if you are you're not quite sure how you want to attack something, whether it's in fitness or even in even in your business, even just asking it like an open-ended question, it can kind of give you a different aspect. It's like asking a friend, because I know a lot of guys on self-improvement struggle with finding like-minded guys. You can literally create a like-minded friend on ChatGPT. It's pretty impressive. And even more so if you want to spend I think it's 13 AU a month or whatever, premium, fuck, that is probably the best investment. It's great. You take photos, you can get it to make stuff, fucking, it's great. I could not recommend it more. So experiment with ChatGPT when you're setting up your plan and dial it right in. Be super specific, and you'd be amazed at how good your results are. Moving on. So you've got your plan, you've got your goals. It's say ChatGPT did it up, or you did it yourself, or whatever. Now it's just a matter of following it religiously. Now I found getting into a habit of using ChatGPT and being regular, like updating it every day, like regular, updates. They help me, stay on track. That's horrendous handwriting, but I hope you can say it's regular updates. And helps you keep track and keep on top of, my training. So if it's a training day or if it's a running day or not, I'm still gonna go to my saved chat with ChatGPT and say, the legs, like today, my legs are feeling pretty shit because yesterday it was long run day. And I said my legs I feel pretty flat. My legs just haven't got that bounce. And I told it my plan. I was going to go to the gym and do a recovery session, roll outs, some light warm up, and some light legs, just to kind of flush it out, and then a bit of time on the bike too. Give it your feedback, and it might. I think it recommended. I'm not sure if you've heard it. Radox. It's this like salt stuff. You put it in the bath in a warm bath, and it's supposed to help like relax your muscles. It recommended that, and I tried it, and it was really fucking good. So it kind of backs on from the ChatGPT in step 2 in setting up your plan, but being regular. This is the big one. Regular, being constant. You could all the time. I even put my meals in sometimes, and not that it helps you, reminds you, but naturally being passionate enough about whatever your training may be, you're going to be more invested in it, and you're going to be more inclined to do better because you genuinely care about it. And that's what I think you've got to view everything like. You've got to view your work like that. You've got to view my YouTube videos like that. You've got to view your social life like that. You'll be genuinely passionate about it to the point where you want to make every improvement possible as often as possible. And you want to get as good as you can because you care about it so much. And that's really how I fell back in love with training. And I have found this mindset and this technique. That's again horrendous handwriting, but that I can apply to everyday life, my whole life. And that is to set it up so that you enjoy it so much and that you get so much out of it and you're so passionate about it that there's nothing else you want to do. And it's all you think about. It's all you want to do. Like even on gym days, I still enjoy going to the gym and I still train hard, but even on gym days, I still think about my next run. I care about my goal that much of getting to that time. Like when I'm sitting at home, whether I'm reading or even just watching something on Netflix, because I'm not 100% optimized, I still think about, I should go for a run. Can't hurt, but it can. So that's a kind of addiction you want to get. You want to get so in love with it, so addicted to it that it's all you think about, and you're always thinking of ways to get better. And so naturally, my diet has just fallen into line because that's going to optimize with my running. And, eating better is going to lose me body fat, it's going to make me lighter and faster. And then having more protein is going to make me stronger. So really, accidentally, I've improved every single aspect of my life just by falling back in love with my training. Like, I can't stress this enough. You've got to love what you do. And it's the best thing I've ever done. So, that's all I have for you today. If you're still here at the end of the video, I love you. And remember, life is what you make it.